Hello everyone, Coming Clean here. The new PlayStation Plus model is still fairly new, but the service should not be overlooked since it offers a great selection of quality games. In this video, I'll be listing 4 games that I think you should check out. I'm not saying these are the best games on the service, but it is the type of games that I am drawn to, and therefore I want to shine a little bit of spotlight on them. All games are, as the making of this video, available on the PlayStation Plus Premium tier, and they are all playable on both PS4 and PS5. Let's get started. First up is Little Big Planet 3. The first game in this series was a huge innovation when it was the release title for PlayStation 3. It offered an aesthetically charming art direction, innovative platforming, and a for the time unique way of creating your own levels. The third iteration in the main series has evolved all these concepts and delivers a superb action platforming experience. You play as a player-created sack person that you can customize with different materials and not to mention clothes that you unlock as the game progresses. The world has been corrupted by the villain Newton and it's up to you, and possibly also your friend or relative, as this game is available to play in co-op, to save everyone. To do that, you need to awaken the 3 playable heroes. The levels where you play as your sack person are all high-quality platforming with some really creative mechanics and puzzle solving, but it is the 3 new playable hero protagonists that really lifts the title to new heights. These 3 different characters are available on certain levels and offer vastly different playstyles. Oddsock is a dog-like character with a fast run speed and the ability to wall jump. Toggle can switch its size to overcome certain puzzles and obstacles, and, my personal favorite, Swoop is a bird where you have to actively flap your wings to fly and also dive at high speeds to get through tricky areas that need to be traversed quickly. All these new gimmicks give even more variation to this already excellent game franchise, and just dressing up your heroes can be incredibly hilarious. Whether you play solo or with a friend, consider trying this game out for a great time. The adventure experience is worth it alone even if you're not interested in creating your own levels. Next up we have Starlink Battle for Atlas. This game had to be included on my list since I am a huge fan of Toys to Life games. Something you already knew if you've seen the rest of my content. This game is a face-sparing adventure where you have the option of playing with a substantial cast of pilots with charismatic design and personalities. You also have several different starfighters at your disposal and an even larger selection of creative weaponry as you struggle to fight against both space pirates and the sinister Legion to save the Atlas star system. Starlink was released right when the large Toys to Life franchises were all cancelled, which led to the game having a bit of a weird hybrid between physical and digital content. Everything from the game's release, with very few exceptions, is available digitally and physically, while the DLC released after the game initially dropped is digital only. You can also seamlessly use both physical and digital content together if you prefer one over the other. The gimmick is to build your own starship from the different bodies, wings and weapons available and select the pilot to maneuver your creation, which again can be done both digitally and physically. Using the physical toys to switch loadouts mid-combat is actually a rather thrilling experience. Starlink is not without its flaws, but it comes from top-tier developer Ubisoft, and from a technical aspect it's definitely a high-quality title. If you fancy an open-world, action-packed space adventure, this PlayStation Plus Premium title should not be overlooked, as the version offered on the service includes all you need to complete everything in the base game. And you can play it split screen with a friend. And seriously, buy the physical ships, they're awesome. Speaking of Ubisoft, you should not think twice about checking out their well-known smash hit Rayman Legends. The game before, Rayman Origins, was a masterpiece in itself, and Legends is in my opinion even better as it offers what can only be described as side-scrolling platforming perfection. You play as either Rayman himself or any of his cast of friends as you jump, slide, swim, swing and fly through a multitude of creative levels divided among equally imaginative worlds. The controls feel very snappy and exact, and the variation in gameplay and charming art style and humor is also spot on. This is a gorgeous game where, according to the developer, they wanted every single frame to look like a postcard, something they definitely succeeded with. The platforming can definitely be tricky, but sections become skippable after a couple of failed attempts. You can always also ask for help as this game supports 4-player co-op. Whether in a group or alone, the tougher levels in this game will challenge you, but the different mechanics in play makes it a perfect experience for players of different skill levels. Definitely check this game out if you haven't already. Of course, I wanted to include a competitive game on the list too. If you're looking for a platform fighter to have fun with when your friends come over but still don't want to pay $60 to $70 for Smash Ultimate, there are a few options on the market. One title that flew a bit under the radar is Brawl Out. It might be for good reasons, since the game maybe didn't bring something entirely new to the genre, but the game is nevertheless a solid option if you're looking for a platform fighter that can be enjoyed both casually and competitively. It also features cameos from other well-known titles such as Hyper Light Drifter, Yuka and Laylee, and that humanoid with the torch as a head from Dead Cells. It's obvious that Brawl Out had an ambition as a super competitive alternative to Smash Ultimate that it never really lived up to. Don't expect to find any opponents online, for example. But the game does still have a colorful cast featuring various playstyles with unique super moves, a smooth gameplay experience, and solid game mechanics as a foundation. If you have a PlayStation Plus Premium subscription and want a charming but also deep fighting game to play with your family and friends, Brawl Out is a great option. I hope this video leads you to checking out any of these games. Perhaps you also like my video where I go a little bit more in depth on the game Starlink that was included in this list. You are more than welcome to check out my other content too, and of course, feel free to subscribe for weekly gaming content. That is how I rate for this video. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Coming Clean, and I'll see you next time. Take care!